when we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order.
There's no doubt that the Illuminati, mystical Jews, control America. Control America. We're going to give you proof of this from the very foundation of America. It's called the role of Kabbalah in the founding of the United States of America. The role of Kabbalah. Kabbalah is a Jewish system of occult witchcraft and magic. And this rabbi says that, in fact, the very founding of America was based on the Kabbalistic witchcraft religion of the Jews. Of course, he doesn't call it witchcraft because he believes it's holy. I only see the all-seeing eye of Horus, the sun god, here on the pyramid, but look on the other side of the dollar bill, and there you see the great eagle, the symbol and of the United States of America from almost its foundation. But at the very top, you see 13 stars in the sun's glory in a circle, but those stars are in fact designed as a secret Star of David. The Jewish Star of David reigns over America and has from the very beginning. This is the Great Seal of the United States. Where? Then finally there was Lorraine and Sidney Sheinberg, two of the richest people in the world, also with MCA Universal Studios, gave Clinton over $267,000 campaign contributions. All of Clinton's money virtually came from rich Jews.
Who exactly is Barack Obama?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Magazine, which is owned by the conservative Washington Times, says Obama went to a madrasa, the type of Muslim religious school often associated with teaching the most fundamentalist form of Islam. The article also accused him of supposedly hiding that he was raised as a Muslim. An Obama spokesman calls the story, based entirely on unnamed sources, trash and completely false. Obama has already revealed in his 2 autobiographies that he spent 2 years at a predominantly Muslim school. This, by the way, when he was just 6 years old. The senator today is a Christian who belongs to a Chicago church. Insight also claims the madrasa allegation has been spread by researchers, quote, connected to Senator Clinton, again, without a single named source or document. A Clinton spokesman calls the piece an obvious right-wing hit job. The allegations got a big boost from Rupert Murdoch's media empire, with the New York Post running this headline, Osama Mudd flies at Obama. And Murdoch's Fox News channel touted the claims on 2 programs.
Let me begin.
But as we now know, there is no madrasa past. Obama spokesman Robert Gibbs, who called Fox's broadcasting of the madrasa tale appallingly irresponsible, says he didn't think much of a clarification carried this morning on the program Fox and Friends.
Next day, Hillary says he's naive and irresponsible on foreign affairs because he'd sit down without preconditions with Castro and Ahmadinejad and Kim Jong-il. And fascinating to me, he's got to bolster up those credentials. In other words, he reacted to her. And then he came out with, I think he made a novice mistake. I'll invade an ally, which was foolish.
Well, he didn't really say it quite that way, Sean. He said that if we have actionable intelligence and Musharraf does not act, I will then take action. It was not as Romney said, I'm going to bomb them, I'm going to go after the ally.
Obama's dirty little secret. He is, get this, a cigarette smoker. The point is, what else do we not know about Barack Obama? America seems to love him now, but will we still love him tomorrow?
And finally, new rule, show me a man wearing an American flag pin in his lapel, and I'll show you an asshole. Last week, we had the first genuine controversy of the presidential campaign, the shocking news that Barack Obama doesn't wear an American flag lapel pin. Another in a series of bullshit non-stories that have zero effect on the troops, the war, or anything in the real world. Or as Fox calls it, breaking news. What happened was a reporter in Iowa asked Obama why he doesn't wear the pin, and Obama explained that to him wearing the pin had come to seem like a substitute for true patriotism. Bravo, Senator. New rule, crazy people who still think the government brought down the Twin Towers in a controlled explosion
Earlier this week, some of the Democratic candidates have been attacking Fox News. But we're going to remember all that. You know, I understand what they're doing, trying to get the far-left people to like them and vote for them in the primaries. I mean, it's obvious. But, you know, it's interesting. The only one who didn't do it, Obama. Obama has not trashed Fox News.
He said one thing, I'm not against all wars. I'm against dumb wars. Okay. That's what he said.
The war we're in is a dumb war.
Illinois.
Al-Qaeda. He didn't say he would attack Pakistan. He said he would attack Al-Qaeda. You know, the people who are actually responsible for 9/11.
And then all of a sudden, 3 big explosions.
There was a heavy-duty explosion.
Some of those secondary explosions and then the subsequent collapses.
Another big explosion in the other town.
It's amazing. Amazing, incredible, pick your word.
The Democrats.
I'm from New Jersey.
Yeah. Like I even, you know, boy, sometimes here at CBS, I wish the sound wasn't working.
Jersey is going.
I didn't even know what that asshole was saying. Oh. But you know, see, this is the problem sometimes with government. Hey, do we have some fucking security in this building? Or do I have to come over and pick this guy's ass out of here? Could you get the fuck out of my building? Hey, ouch. You know, is it that hard to throw somebody out of a building? I'll kick your ass out of here, too. Get her the fuck out.
What is going on here? What's the issue?
Hey, this isn't... Now, as for me, I believe in evolution and intelligent design. I think God designed us in his image, but I also think God is a monkey. God bless you and good night. All right, that's our show. I want to thank Chris Rock, Kellyanne.
possible. The kind of people who are spreading this sort of stuff will continue to blame the Jews for anything that can go wrong. I think it's very important as this war on terror continues to point out exactly who the bad guys are, which are Islamo-fascists who want you, and me dead, and want people dead around the country, and they're engaged in tremendous violence, killing thousands of people all around the world, starting with, well, even before 9/11, the 93 attack.
Just a smear campaign for anti-Semites?
The blame the Jews theme is something that goes back about 2,000 years. I mean, it's a really hearty Osama bin Laden, who says, on a tape we found, we calculated in advance the number of casualties from the enemy who would be killed based on the position of the tower. We had notifications since the previous Thursday.
And most Americans, even the smartest of us, sit around and go, now why again are we here in the war? And when there are blanks, we often fill in the blanks, and those blanks are filled in by misinformation, urban legends. We create stories, and people believe it.
Because it is in those times that Jews, like other minorities, better get scared. Jews, like other minorities, because every time there's trouble, we're scapegoated. We're not the only ones that are scapegoated, but we're scapegoated. It is madness as well as idiocy to think that the Jews brought down the World Trade Center on 9/11. They are paranoid. You cannot debunk this theory. You cannot debunk this theory. And the reason it won't go away is because we don't have an administration, as we once did, that said and counseled us, we have nothing to fear but fear itself. Exactly. We have just the opposite. We have an administration that fuels fear, that puts up the sign every day, that tells us, be frightened, stay scared, be worried, and
moral standing, who understands that 9/11 is not a way to scare up votes, but a challenge that should unite America and the world against the common threats of the 21st century.
If you were president of the United States and the intelligence community said to you, we know where Osama bin Laden is. He's in Pakistan. We've got the specific target, but he's only going to be there for 20 minutes. You got to give the order, yes or no, to take him out with a Hellfire missile, but it's going to kill some innocent civilians at the same time. What would be your decision?
Osama bin Laden has declared war on us, killed 3,000 people, and under existing law, including international law, when you've got a military target like bin Laden, you take him out. And if you have 20 minutes, you do it swiftly and surely.
But the president of the United States that has most been controlled by the Jews, and willingly so, has been Bill Clinton. Here's an interesting article. Look at this, the feature from the Jerusalem Report. There is President Clinton, and he's with Rabbi Menachem Ganach, head of the Union of Orthodox Jewish Congregations. And there they are, buddies. Clinton's intriguing kinship, not just friendship, kinship with the Jews. Many people believe that Bill Clinton was in fact Jewish. And when I have some documentation. Hillary Clinton, during the final year of the Clinton administration, she actually admitted that she was Jewish. She said, my grandmother was Jewish. She actually spoke Yiddish. Hillary Clinton made many of these same kind of admissions when she was running for senator in New York. Hillary Rodham Clinton is Jewish. She says she is. And it's been in all the New York newspapers. Hey, here's from the Austin American Statesman. Talks about George W. Bush going over to Israel. Ariel Sharon personally took him around. This is before George Bush became president of the United States. He was governor of Texas. And where is he? At the Wailing Wall on the Temple Mount. And what is on his head? The Jewish yarmulke. Ooh. Clinton with Justice Breyer, his appointee. And then below that shows a picture of Bill Clinton in a Jewish synagogue. Notice the yarmulke, the skull cap on his head. Jews. The Deputy Director of Operations for the CIA. And Parade Magazine doesn't make a big deal of it, but the fact is that all three of these people are Jews. The top three people in the Central Intelligence Agency, our nation's premier spy agency, all Jews.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
Barack Obama, the rising rock star.
It's about Barack Obama, the rock star.
His rock star popularity.
Barack Obama, greeted like a rock star.
Huge crowds, literally, they would make a rock star envious.